welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. Yeah, my name is Jamie Naftali. I am a pediatrician by profession. In this channel, it's all about children. It's about kids' welfare. Yeah, so this is we call it the pediatric world. The pediatric basically means children, so it's the world of children. This is where we want us to be all around, knowing what really happens to these children while growing up. So I welcome everybody into this video. So if you're new, join this family by hitting the subscribe button. Subscribe to be part of us. Yeah, this is a family. We want it to be as large as possible. Yeah, so and if you're that returning subscriber, thank you so much for always keeping tuned. Thank you for always coming back to watch my content. Thank you so much. Even for those to those who are commenting in my email, also in my comment section. I do not take anything for granted. Thank you for the almost 2.1k subscribers. Thank you so much. It is through your support that we are here. So thank you so much. Now let's go to the video of today. And the video of today, I want us to talk about, we have mentioned it before, this is about the neonatal hypoglycemia. So hypoglycemia, I know it's not a new term to you all. Yeah, hypoglycemia basically means low blood sugar levels in children. So here we want to talk today, I want us to talk about the early onset of neonatal hypoglycemia. So it is set so early. When I mean early, I want us to focus on children that are 0 to 72 hours of life. So a baby that has been born 1 day, 2 days until 3 days, because 3 days we are talking of 72 hours. So this is the early onset of hypoglycemia. By definition, I've already said that hypoglycemia is low blood sugar levels. Yeah, then neonate is that the small baby. Now we call it the neonatal hypoglycemia. Early onset now referring to 0 to 72 hours of life. Yeah, I hope up to there we are together. So now we normally classify this into 3 categories. We have babies that are not at risk at all. They are okay. These babies are not at risk of this hypoglycemia, of these low blood sugar levels. So these children, what we do after birth, we don't need much. They are not at risk, so we do the routine care. Again, go to my videos and watch the routine care of the newborn. Yeah, we want to keep these babies warm. Yeah, we keep monitoring the vital signs. They are okay. We want to start to initiate breastfeeding immediately. So these babies have got no issues. The babies that are not at risk. We have another category of babies that are at high risk of this hypoglycemia. Which are these babies? Here we are talking of the preterm babies. Remember, we have talked about the preterms before. The babies that came early, the babies that came before the 36 weeks of gestation. Yeah, so they have got low weeks, so they came early. So these babies are small, so they are at high risk of getting this hypoglycemia. Now we have another category of babies we call intrauterine growth retardation. These babies that are not, they have got issues with their health, so normally they are easily attacked by this hypoglycemia. We have babies that are born by the diabetes mothers. Remember the video, I think the previous one we did about the macrosomia, the large for gestational age, big babies. We said big babies, they are at risk of getting hypoglycemia. So these are the babies we are saying, the categories of the babies that we are saying are at high risk. So about these babies, we have to do a blood glucose within 2 hours of life. Get my point here? 2 hours of life, because anything can happen. We know they are at high risk, so we want to do the blood glucose levels here in 2 hours of life. Now the other category is babies, all neonates, all babies that are very sick babies. This is a baby that has got maybe, for example, severe respiratory distress syndrome, babies that are very sick, asphyxia, severe one. So all now, generally, all sick neonates, all sick babies, we should do a blood glucose level. So these are the 3 categories that we are talking about. I hope we have gotten up to there. Now, what level are we talking about? Which is the normal blood glucose levels of these neonates? So for all these categories, when we do the random blood sugar, it should be we are talking of the sugars that are 2.6 millimoles per liter. Yes, either they are at 2.6 millimoles per liter or even below. So these babies need care, and this now we call the hypoglycemia. If the random blood sugar of this neonate is 2.6 millimoles per liter or even below, so these are the babies that we are talking about here. Now we need to treat this hypoglycemia. Where do we start? So we may find that when you do a random blood sugar, first of all, you are able to see that the babies, there is a baby that has got a random blood sugar of 1.8 millimoles per liter or even less. This is too low. Remember, we are saying it shouldn't be below 2.6 millimoles per liter. From here is when now we need to start the intervention. Now, a baby that is 1.8 millimoles per liter and below, what do we do? This is a very sick baby, and if you're not careful, these sugars are going to go down and down, and you may even lose this baby. So what you want to do very fast, very fast, we want to stabilize these sugars. How? We want to give something we call 50% buccal glucose. Buccal basically means at the mouth. Mucal is this area. So we want to put the buccal here, meaning this is we call this a mucous membrane. Here. So when you put this 50% buccal glucose here, we normally measure, it's usually 0.5 mils per kg. So depending with the kg of this baby, remember everything we do per kg in these small babies. So we do 0.4 mils per kg of this buccal, 50% buccal glucose. So around the mucous membrane, and it is absorbed. It's absorbed by the body, and the sugars are usually raised. So we want to give this buccal glucose. After we do this, we really want to start feeding these babies. Put an NG tube. Remember the nasogastric tube I talked about, the babies we put on nasogastric tube. Put a nasogastric tube. We want to start feeding immediately after we have now stabilized and we have given now the buccal glucose. Start feeding immediately, and we feed on EBM, the expressed breast milk. So tell the mother to express the milk, and we do this milk because these babies cannot feed. We want to do through the nasogastric tube. So you feed 3 hourly. Then from there, you want to go and check your random blood sugar after you have fed this baby. So if you do the random blood sugar and you find that now after 3 hours you find that it is okay, we do not have issues. So what you want to do, we keep now monitoring closely. We do the monitoring the monitoring of random blood sugars. We want to do 3 hourly. If you do 3 consecutive random blood sugars and it is within normal, so you can monitor this blood glucose 6 hourly. Now you can take time when you are monitoring, because you have done 3 consecutive ones and still we are better and we are within the normal blood glucose level. Now, how about you have given these babies the buccal, the 50% buccal glucose, and still the random blood sugar is still low even after feeding, even after the 3 hourly feed using the EBM via the nasogastric tube. What do you do? Now you want now to give something we call we want to do a bolus. We want to bolus this baby. We want to bolus baby using 2 mils per kg of 10% dextrose, 2 mils per kg. You want to bolusing, you mean you want to give push. You do it within 3 minutes. 3 minutes you have given this the 10% bolus glucose. So you bolus this baby. Now after bolusing, you keep again now monitoring the random blood sugar, and after even bolusing, you still want to feed. You don't want to keep these babies with no feed, because remember, feeding, we are adding glucose into these babies' bodies. So you bolus, and you after the mini bolus, you want to take only 30 minutes for the sugars to be stable. So you do the random blood sugar after the bolus after 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, this baby is okay and the sugars have gone up. We are up to 2.6 now and above. You want to monitor this 3 hourly, and if we have no issue, 3 consecutive again, we are okay and we are within normal. Now you want to monitor this blood glucose at 6 hourly. 6 hourly. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Now we have stabilized the blood sugars of these babies. Now from there, maybe if we may know what usually are the signs and symptoms of this low blood sugar. How are you able to know that a baby is having low how are you able to know that a baby is having low blood sugar levels even without even measuring? So number one, if you go via systems, we know the CNS, the central nervous system, the head. So these babies usually have jitteriness, they have irritability, and if it's very severe, the sugars are so low, these babies are going to convulse. We have the seizures or the convulsions. So these are some of the signs and symptoms of low blood sugar levels. So when you go to the respiratory system, this is the breathing system, the respiratory system. These children, if they have low blood sugars, they are likely to get something we call the tachypnea. Tachypnea is that the respiratory rate is so high, they are breathing at a very high rate, they are really breathing so fast. So the tachypnea. If the sugars, it is very, very severe, now they are going to present with something we call apnea. There's a difference between tachypnea and the apnea. The apnea completely, these babies start to gasp. So they stay without breathing, then they breathe very fast. The apnea, I've mentioned it before. So if it's severe, we get the apnea. When you go to CVS, cardiovascular system, now the heart, we are going to have something we call tachycardia. Tachycardia is again the heart rate. The heart rate is so high. It's above 160, yeah, very, very high. So these babies, again, this is a sign and symptom of a low blood sugar level, yeah. So they also have in cardiovascular, they start sweating, they sweat so much, and also if it's very severe, they get pallor. Pallor is you're able to tell that this baby the blood level is low, so because they're very, very pale. So how about the GIT, the gastrointestinal system? They have got poor feeding, and also they vomit every time they feed. So these are some of the signs and symptoms to try and show you that we might be having the hypoglycemias in these children, in these babies, yeah. So do what we have said. We want to save these babies. We want to do the buccal 50% glucose. We all want to go again and do the 10% the boluses. So after we put on bolus again, remember we want to maintain these babies on IV fluid. Again, the 10% dextrose is what you want to maintain these babies on as we monitor these sugars like we are saying. So I hope this is very clear. I thought it was good because in this very recently we have been getting babies with this hypoglycemia. So now I know you know what really brings. We have said the babies that are at high risk, what risk they are. We have talked about that, what we give, and we are saying the early onset of this hypoglycemia, those babies that are 0 to 72 hours of life. So I hope this is clear. Thank you so much for listening to me. So for more information, if you have any questions, any clarifications, my email is provided in the end of the video. Also, go to the comment section, kindly comment, and thank you to those people who are requesting the topics that they want us to tackle. Thank you so much. Yeah, again, remember to subscribe. Don't just watch, because majority of people are watching these videos and they are not subscribing. Please subscribe to be part of us. Subscribe. Also remember to hit on the notification bell to know every time I'm posting a new video here. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.